Hello people, I am going to be doing some belly bands today, and I'm going to do quite a lot to them, so they could actually end up being pockets as well because they're quite big. So I've made this out of collage paper. You might be able to see some of the collage paper on the back wall there. So these have all been collaged, and then I've got some material, and then I have got some different embellishments. I've got quite a lot of different choices for embellishments. So for example, if I don't like that, then I've got some labels and stuff like that. So I am doing a bit better in the sense that I can see the chap just about, but that doesn't need to necessarily mean that I'm going to be able to see it that easily, because I'm still looking on my phone. I don't have another device, so I'm doing my best to be able to view it from where I'm sat. So let's get cracking then. Let's get cracking. So when it comes to getting cardboard onto the material there, I'm going to say Fabri-Tac would be the best option. So let's get the Fabri-Tac going. First of all, I'm going to put it on the back of on here. Hope you guys are doing good. So this is my second attempt at a live today. I went through a flip through of my it's called the Seamstress Junk Journal. I've done that, so I'm trying to get to the point where I can actually you know, see the live chat. So I was looking at my iPad to see how to do that. I've managed to do that with YouTube, but somehow I can't see it with TikTok. So we're just sticking at the moment with the phone, and hopefully I'll come up with some solution. So what you could do with this, also you could have, if you didn't stick this entirely down, you could have two belly bands, because this would be one, and then you could use the one underneath. But I'm not doing that. I'm sticking it all down because it might well be that they end up being pockets or something else. So let's pop that there. So this is actually for my Bluebell Woods journal. So this is a page from that kit. I mean, most of the pages are not anything like this. It's just kind of more of almost like a reality picture in it. Most of them are not like that at all, but it is from my Bluebell journal. Now, I was thinking of like almost like offsetting one of the applique things here. So yeah, we've got this here. I'm thinking that this is going to need Fabri-Tac as well, really, isn't it? Yeah. I always use Fabri-Tac if I'm not sure, because there's nothing worse than trying to sell a journal and everything's falling out of it because you thought you glued it and you didn't. So I think that's going to go kind of like that, really. Yeah, just a blob on there. Welcome. I think I'm having a look at your name. Oh, is it Asma? Asma? Welcome to the live. So let's just get that in there. As I say, I'm trying to look on my phone and I'm trying to do this at the same time. So, right, let's pop that there. That'll take a while to dry. That's the trouble with doing things live, isn't it? That is going to take a while to dry. However, Fabri-Tac is pretty good at drying, isn't it? So I've got this to go here. I'm not sure. It is a sticker, actually, I think. It's a die cut, or it might be a sticker. But I stick it on with glue anyway. Come on, off you come. Oh, there we go. Miracle of miracles. Normally I have a terrible trouble with my nails. I feel like that doesn't look right there, and maybe we should put some beads in there. I do have quite a lot of beads. I'm thinking that just needs to go more of an offset. So I'm thinking I don't want to stick it onto this piece of paper. I'm just using that as a guide to keep my live in focus, really. Maybe up here. I think that's okay. Let's see what beads we've got. Recently I did get some more beads. So I don't know if you've seen everybody that does beads on TikTok, but it's quite fascinating watching it, isn't it? But a lot of the beads that I use, I like to thread with quite big, thick wax thread, so all the tiny embellishments. So I haven't kind of seen the type of stuff that I would normally buy, otherwise I think I'd definitely be tempted. Right, I think this could work really well, couldn't it? Okay, share out the live if you think people might be interested in this. So this is belly bands. Belly bands or pockets, really, because if you imagine this, the journal that I'm making at the moment is big, but even then that's quite big. So it could be a pocket, or you could use it in the centre of the page as a belly band. Either way, so I've got quite a few of these journaling collage things already pre-cut, ready for this live. Although to be fair, I normally go on YouTube, but I thought, you know what, let's ring the changes. So let's just see. These are quite nice. These are kind of they're all pale, but they're all slightly different. So they're kind of subtle, aren't they? Let's get maybe those are stuck together. Let's get a couple more in there. So being that this is a Bluebell Woods journal, maybe I can get some of those in as well. Just lifts it a little bit, doesn't it? This is fiddly beyond measure. It's not ideal if you've got false nails when you're doing stuff like this, so if you don't have them thus far and you're thinking of it and you do lots of crafting, don't bother. It's just that I've got horrendous nails, so that's why I cover my nails up. Alright, that's kind of pretty. What do you think? It's not central, but neither is the flower. I kind of like that. Do you like that? That is not dry, so I need to be a little bit careful. So I'm thinking a label. I do have some labels already in here, but they're kind of one per thing. And I do have a pot of labels, so let me just see if the one that I've just found will go okay on there. I feel like it's a bit drab, that label. So it's just, you know, the way it goes that my labels are under all my beads. So just hold your horses, everybody. Just getting the labels out, because then I can see what I've got and what colour looks best. So got myself pretty stressed today, because when I've done a live on other platforms, I've been able to watch my chat on my iPad, but I just could not find a way of doing that with TikTok. So it could be something I'm doing, or it might be that I need to set up another account to access it. I don't know, but yeah, because I like to see what people have to say. Especially is important, isn't it, if you're going live? That's the whole point of it, really. I think that will look nice, but not by that cup. Don't worry, I'm going to move it. It's quite nice to use my candles, to be fair, because I don't like candles normally in the house. Too much of a risk, I would say. Right, I could go there, there, there. I'm going to say kind of there, so I don't want to take away too much from what I've already done on that collage behind. So let's pop that in there. Out you come. It's not a time you want the glue to let you down, and that's way too much, but never mind. Okay, pop that on there. Okay, that is too much. Have I got a wet wipe around? Probably not. I've probably got a little bit of paper that I can tear up here. I'm just trying to see if I've got my... Let me see. I'm actually more organised today than I ever am, because I gave my desk a real tidy. I've got a really tiny space, so to cut a very long story short, I had a small bedroom where I was crafting. We had to move things around in the house. I went out into a garden room, which is great for space, but when it got really cold, I just couldn't go out there. It was just too much. I wonder if we can have... I think we can. Look, this is having a bit of a disaster, this glue. I do need a wet wipe, but I don't think I've got them here. So no, I'm not as organised as what I said. Right, let's pop that in there. Quite like that anyway. It's added something, I think, hasn't it? Lovely. Okay, so I think we're getting there. I think we're there for that one. I'm gonna say. I just wonder if that cup needs something. Does that need a bit of the paper? That's no good with that bit. Let me see what else I've got. Do you have this sort of paper? The real reason is I just love inking. I never used to see the point, but once you get addicted to it, you do, don't you? Okay, I've just got too much glue, so let me stick this down and then I can ink it afterward. You've either got too much glue, oh dear, not enough glue. It's one or the other, isn't it? Right, let's kind of, don't want to cover up that bit there. Okay, I'm going to say that looks quite quirky and I quite like it. Okay. Just getting a little bit of ink, I think, on some of the other things. I'm not going to ink the flower, although I'm tempted. I've done that on the front of the journal, but I must admit it does, I don't know, it does kind of take away from the beauty of that piece of lace, so I'm not going to do that, but of course I can ink around here. Okay, that's one done. Nice. Okay, so I think we're all right there, so let's go for one more. Coming from the bottom here, this one, I think that piece of material looks really nice with that. The material's a little bit wide, but it's so pretty that I don't want to cut it down, so that's good. So let's get this down. Welcome, Karen. I can just about see the chat from where I am. Just about. I'm looking at my phone. I've tried to kind of work out to see it on another device, but unfortunately I haven't quite worked that out yet. So welcome. So I'm making belly bands at the moment, but they could be pockets because they're quite wide. So it could end up being like an edge of the page pocket. And this is collaged paper that I've done previously, and I kind of had to, I scanned it to make papers out of it, which was really fun. And now I'm cutting up and making it useful, really, making it beautiful. So I've got these papers, proper vintagey papers. I don't know if you can see the cute little designs on there. So I'm thinking get that on the side. And so as you've just joined, this is one that I've just done where I've added in. Thank you. I was a bit confused about, I've done lives on YouTube and stuff, but I'm more confused about TikTok, about how it works, because people were asking to be accepted onto the live, and I wasn't sure whether that meant they couldn't watch it at all or they actually wanted to do the live with me. So I'm glad to see that you're here, because that means that you've basically come on. So yeah, so that's one I've done. So I'm on this one now, and I've got lots of different sort of, the key embellishment would be the lace I have. Let me put this lid on, otherwise we're gonna end up with a problem again. I've got these embellishments here, but they're different colours, so as much as this one's really, really lovely, it doesn't fit with all the colouring, so I've got to kind of work out what goes best where, really. So I like that one. This is quite bright, this collagey bit here. I like that one with that, and I like the butterfly with that as well. So let's get on. I'm going to ink this, actually. Ink it. Yeah, so I want to get into lives more on TikTok, because I do think people like lives on TikTok more than anything, probably. I do. I like watching them. Right. I watch all sorts of lives, random things, really. I find it relaxing. So I'm guessing that I think other people do as well. Right. So I'm going to get that on with my glitter glue. She says, honestly, I think glue is the bane of any crafter's life, isn't it? It can go one way or the other. This has been splurging out kind of all morning, and now it's decided it doesn't want to, but I think you don't need much of it, so we should be all right once it gets going. Right, let's get that on there. And then get the butterfly sort of here. Yeah. That's it. Crafting's relaxing, isn't it? Well, I say this, but obviously when you're, if I'm doing a craft video for YouTube, it is relaxing. I got that the wrong side. But there's expectations of getting it right as well, isn't there? I think sometimes with a live, sort of TikTok live, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? People understand that not everything will necessarily be perfect. Right. So butterflies on. I did add beads to this flower, so I think I might do the same. So I think I quite like the look of a little bit of bling. Obviously with the bling, it's what I say about the journals I make, they do bulk out quite a lot when you put lots of beads and fabrics in, which I do, but they do bulk out the journals quite a bit. Oh, okay. Well, I just laughed because I think I knew what you meant. Yeah. No, I just sometimes, like, I can't find anything on the telly, and I used to not like TikTok. I think it was because I probably didn't have the like crossing off the over 18s content or something. Just kept getting like weird stuff popping up. But now I find that I'll just watch people, really. It just sort of chills me out. Whereas if I'm going to watch, say, a detective series or something like that, I'll be on the edge of my seat and then not sleep very well. So yeah, this is a Bluebell Woods journal, so I'm going to add a little bit of blue in there because it just picks up on the blue. Okay, so we probably need some sort of label up here. I mean, the thing is with the collage stuff, it almost doesn't need anything, but if I'm going to make these pop, then it does. So let's just put that lid on. Right, now, these are my made labels actually, so they're very British. Number 11 Oxford Street, that's London. And you might not want to say Karen, but where might you be from? You don't have to say, okay, you don't have to put that on here. So I appreciate you might not want to, but let's get some ink around it, shall we? I mean, I don't live in London. I live quite a long way away from it, but I'm sure you can hear from my accent, I don't have a London accent. Welcome. Welcome, whoever you are. I think it says, oh, you are, okay. I mean, I guess the time that I'm doing this live, I might pick up some more British people because some Americans wouldn't be up yet, depending on their time delay. But I was talking to my husband about junk journaling because I have sold quite a few junk journals, okay, so I'm not moaning, but he was saying that how much more difficult it possibly is because lots of people haven't heard of it over here, so they're not really looking for it, you know. So I've got one junk journal that I want to sell before the next one, which I'm making. I don't like having them all sat in the shop, I just like them to go. So I think we're up against it when people don't really know what it is. Okay, I think that's, you know, they match quite nicely. I'm not sure about that coffee cup up there, but once it's in the journal and other things are happening on the pages, let's not catch them alight with the candle though. Let's not do that. Right, okay, so that's the second one. We're doing good, aren't we? Kelly Mrs. F, welcome to my live. I'm having to sort of look on my phone to find you guys, but I am able to see the phone. Whereas I did a live earlier, I was sort of practicing and doing a flip through. I just wanted to see the chart on my iPad and I just couldn't work it out. So I've positioned the phone so I can sort of see you. Not brilliantly, but I can. Right, this fabric here is very vintage looking, isn't it? Is it the right one for this collage piece here? I'm not too sure if it is. Just let me quickly show you the collage boards that I did. These were literally all of my offcuts from different journals. Don't catch it alight, Nari. And I just added stickers and stuff to it. So this is what I'm using. But I also made them into papers. I scanned it through and made it into papers. Right. I think this one's all right. It's a bit dull, isn't it? This fabric. So let me just double check that I don't want something else. Let me see. This is pretty, but it might not be right. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I think as much as the other one's quite vintagey, it's not quite the colour with this particular sort of belly band here. So, yeah, you could double this up as double belly bands, really. The fabric could be one, and the card could be another, but I'm not doing that with these. You have shared the live. Thank you. I think I'm reading that correctly. You have to film on your iPad and log into the live as a different user to see the chat. Right, that's what I have to do on Instagram, and I've got more than one account. So I guess I could film on my mobile but log in on my iPad from a different account, do it the other way around from you, possibly. I don't know. I mean, I have done quite a few lives for different things, but it just depends what device you want to use, and it depends on the platform as to how you want to do it, doesn't it? Every platform is different, I think. But I do honestly think that Instagram it's not dying a death, but it's definitely not the best for live. I think TikTok is definitely best for live. Okay, got that on. Now with this embellishment, which I definitely think, if you see, That's what you have to, yes, sharing it out is good. And yes, that's what I have to do. Yeah. This goes good with this, I think. I'm going to have to cover up some of the bits I don't want to, like that bird, possibly. Let me see. Unless I come down here. It's going to hide some of it, but I mean, it is nice, isn't it? It looks better at the top, but this bit here is a something and nothing, so I feel like I can cover that more. Really. Let's put that on. I don't know what that noise is. Some dripping, something dripping. We've had hail today down in Cornwall. And one of my sons, so I've got two adopted sons, I've got adult children, but he's gone out with one of my relatives to do like delivery drops. I'm thinking, oh dear, he's going to get very wet today. But it's good for him to get out because we've just started homeschooling him. He's teen. We've had so many issues that we've just had to do it. So I don't get as much time to myself to craft anymore, which is sad, but you know, that's life, isn't it? Life gets in the way sometimes and you just have to go with it. And that's whether I put some beads across here, whether we have any more bling. Let me know. You just want an iPad stand to help with filming. I had been resting it on an ironing board. Well, funnily enough, my stand at the moment is on a step ladder. Yes. Yes. When I was out in my garden room, I had it all sussed. But coming in here, there's not much space, so I am making it work. But I think you can make it work if you really want to, can't you? Now, I don't know about this. Let's come up here. No, let's not do that. Let me get a label, maybe some papers. What's this? No, not that. Now this will be where you have to sort of like bide your time while I find what I'm looking for. That's quite nice and it's different. I don't want them all to be the same. Piece of lace. Could do. That might allow me to, I mean, it's going to cover things up a bit, but that might allow me to put some beads as well. So let me just ink that. You do have stuff coming. See, I have got it all because I do YouTube videos, like quite big ones. It's different though when you're using a phone, or it's different when you're doing vertical, isn't it? So I don't have any room for it in my bed. I'm in my bedroom at the minute, and to be honest, long term I can't really stay here, but I'm making it work for a minute. And it's cozy in here. Like, I don't get as many interruptions in here as I would. Well, out in the garden room I didn't get any, but I can sort of shut myself away a little bit, which is nice. But crafting's so messy, isn't it? I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this is going to work, guys. Let me just see. Let's tear that off. I'm not sure. I think I've got to be prepared to lose a few things there. Right. Well, Lauren, maybe when you're doing a live sometime, we can, you know, I don't want to invite you now because you may not have anything you're doing, but I'm not afraid to have other people on. I just wanted to know what I'm doing before I do that, really. Okay, let's just get that on there. I just got to adjust the cushion on my chair because I'm slipping off. Hello, Zia. Lovely to see you here. Gosh, that rhymed then, didn't it? Making belly bands here. Or pockets, whichever way you want to look at it, really. Could be either. I'm just sort of desperate to bring this forward a little bit. I think you can still see okay. Put that over there. I'm very aware as well that my voice could be extremely loud because the phone's right by right by me. put this one on across here. That dripping tap better stop, because that's annoying. Right, what do we think? I think that could look nice. Need to trim it obviously, but I think the lighting is always tricky. I know for a long time especially with YouTube videos, there's an expectation that it will definitely be right. I think with TikTok people have dimmed down lighting for effect, which I think is a bit nice, is, you know, quite nice. But for a long time I just couldn't get the lighting bright enough. And then when, I don't know how I worked it out really, but I suddenly realised that I could brighten it when I was editing, because this is long form videos and stuff, so I could do it that way, so that saved my bacon a little bit, I think. Right, should we put some blue beads along here, because the Bluebell kit, this is kind of the colour in it. I don't know if I've got anything else I can show you that's from the kit. I probably do. So let me just show you this. It's a little fairy one. And these are like tag, you know, they're not made into tags yet, but could be made into tags. That's the sort of colour that we've got in the kit. So I think these deep blues here could be quite sweet, couldn't they? I'm not sure that it needs it, but we're going to do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2. Honestly, that drip is not stopping. 2, 3. I think this is a different blue. Would be helpful if I had my tweezers, but never mind. Okay, don't like that. No, don't like that. Let's just go for 2. I still don't even know if I like that, but it's done. I'm not going to take it off, I don't think. I think we can get away with it. It's not exactly what I sort of doing. What's this look like here? Try that. Okay, change of plan. I can hear my husband shouting at me, so just give me a minute and I'll go and see what he's up to. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm not complaining because he's bringing me a cup of tea. Alright, I think that's better. The blue didn't look quite right, it was a bit unsubtle. Right. Okay. Right, I think we're done for that one. I'm shutting this door because that tap is annoying. Right, so I think we need a label though. It needs something with a bit of, I don't know, something with a bit of something. I think words would be good. Ye Old Ferry Street. Again, it's going to cover up, I think, kind of there. That brings something, doesn't it? I think that brings something. How are you all doing? I see there are a few of you now, so that's nice. Let's not be out focus, but this is what the candles are doing here to keep me where I should be. It's going grey outside, so I guess we're going to have another hailstorm. I'm quite warm in here. I think my heating's probably kicked in because it is cold outside. And hubby went with this sun. As I said, I'm home educating at the minute. That was never the plan. Okay, so don't think I'm one of these that is pro this or pro that. I'm not. He just, you know, was struggling so much. So my husband went with him on the bus today to meet my son-in-law to do this delivery drop parcel drop thing to get him used to the buses. So when my husband came in, he was freezing, and I said, "Is it that cold outside?" He said, "Yeah, it really is that cold outside." So I think it's deceptive when you're in and you don't go out. But I've got to go to the chemist at some point, so I'm sure I will freeze. Okay, that is too big. And I don't want to cover that bird up. So I am going to chop it. Let's chop it. Let me know in the comments if you do junk journaling or not, or whether you're a scrapbooker. Can we just get rid of that there? I don't know, can we? That looks awful. Let me just... I'll have to ink that in a minute because I don't think that looks right at all. I can't take it off now, I'll just wreck it, but I think that people that follow me do both. Some people are into scrapbooking, some people into junk journaling. And you know what? Both are nice, aren't they? Just got a little bit of inking going on. That didn't quite work, guys, but it's still pretty. I'm happy with it. And as I say, once it ends up in the junk journal with other things going on the page, people are not going to be homing in on that cut label, are they? Like I am right now. Okay, so there's a 3. I'll have to have a fidget in a minute for my back because I'm an old bird. So let me know in the comments if you like junk journaling or just like watching crafting. That could be another reason. You just enjoy. Now let me look at my options here. So I've got this, which is quite dark but quite dynamic, and I do like that. Or we've got something that accentuates excuse me, accentuates this, which would be more bringing it out like that. I do prefer the darker one. That's upside down, but anyway, I do prefer the darker one. Like that. Yes, definitely. Right, let's get this one on then, shall we? I never started by doing the crafting. I started by doing an adoption channel on YouTube, and then I got into decorative planning, which is all about stickers and that type of thing. And then I got into junk journaling, but junk journaling sort of took over because it's definitely more, you can experiment with it and just really bring your own personality into it a lot. That's what I like, because every journal that somebody makes is different, and I love that about it, and everyone's unique. Okay, let's pop that in there. Now I don't want to cover up that celebrate in the middle. That's something I don't want to cover up. So let me see what the applique type thing could be. I've probably got more butterflies. I've definitely got more flowers. The cup of tea's arrived. Very quietly arrived. Thank you, Tim. Gosh, that's funny, isn't it? I thought he was outside. Should we do one of those? I don't know. It'd be nice to do something different, wouldn't it? Let's see what I've got in here. I really like the pink one with the beading, but they're quite big. What's this? No. No. I think I might have thought about doing something like this. It's probably in my little dish thing. Yeah, I did have a piece cut. And I've also got more of this, which I do really like. So I'm going to stand up and ink this to rest my back a little bit. Let me know what you're up to at the minute, whether you're just watching me, whether you're having, if you're in the UK, you might have just had your lunch, I guess, whether you're just having a drink, whether you're like me and you've got more than one device on the go and you're watching one thing on something else on the other. I really like this paper. I'll show you the book that this came from. If you're a junk journaler and you can get hold of it, honestly, it's amazing for like the botanical look that you might, if you might want that. I'll just show you in a minute. I'll just cut this down. Let me go, should we go that way? No, smaller. It's gonna have to be, I think. Nope. Let's get this right, like that, perhaps. No, I don't like that. Like that. Tiny label for this one. I'm still stood up at the moment, just stretching my back. Are you saying, Karen, that I can share it out? And I haven't, probably. I don't even know how to do that, honestly. I can try it. But I'd rather not, just in case I mess something up. I think that could look quite nice because it's quirky. Let's do that and I'll link it as well. Let's have a stretch and walk around. So I said I'd show you the book that I'm getting some of my older images from. So this is brilliant because it's not only got things like that, because I'm sure some of you have seen the Edith Holden stuff, but there's only a limited amount of pictures, isn't there, in there? This has got black and white, it's got coloured. So I just found this in a shop, Reader's Digest, The Gardening Year. I don't know who made it. I think it's the Royal Horticultural Society, I think. I don't know, but anyway, it's brilliant. Alright, so here we go. Let's get this one done. We're nearly there with it, aren't we, I think? I would get the junk journal out I'm making on here, but it's just huge and I haven't got room while I'm doing this, so keep an eye on my page and you'll see some of the videos and stuff and flip throughs that I put on there, because it's a beaded junk journal. It's the first one I've ever tried where you've got the signatures and then you've got the beading on the outside, and it was really good fun to do. It's not easy, I didn't find it easy, but it's the first time I've done it, but I think I'm glad I persevered because I would definitely do it again, as it does look really nice. Right, what about that? I think what I better do is make that cluster and then put it on the thingy. Let's do that. Let me actually put that here. Just going to try not to cover that Celebrate lettering up there because I quite like it. There we go. I haven't been bringing it up to the camera actually, but you can definitely see it better if I do. It's really pretty, all this collaging. It was so easy to do. It was something that I could do literally while I was just not really thinking about anything really. And then I had loads of old stickers that I hadn't used, and so I was able to put on like scraps that I didn't want anymore, stickers that I wasn't using anymore, and I felt like it was a really good use of it. put that one, oh, I'm covering that Celebrate, there we go. Just move it a little bit. And what's that label? The label sort of there. Yeah, there. There you go. There's a little bit of excess glue there, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, kind of like it, a bit bland. I feel like it needs something else, but I don't know what it is. I don't want to put any more beads on, I don't think. Let me look at the others a minute. It might inspire me. I mean, they've all got bling on them. So maybe I have to put some bling on. Yeah. But let me see if I can. Oh, I know. I've got it. I've got some coloured butterflies. Hang on. I think this would look really nice. Good afternoon. Nice to see you. How are you? Are you in the UK? I'm in the UK. I've had the doorbell go. I just hope my husband goes and answers it, because I know it's a delivery for my son, and it's already ended up back at the post office once, so just hope he goes down and does it. Good, had the door go. That's probably not bright enough, but will do. Yeah, lovely to see you here. I'm just trying to see what your name is. It's a lovely little profile picture you've got there. I can't see. Oh, you are in the UK. Scouse Cat, is it? Yeah. Yes, I think I've picked up quite a few people in the UK, but the time I'm doing it does suit people. Right. Well, I hope you haven't got rubbishy weather like I have down here in Cornwall. It goes from being sunny to hailing where I am. There we go. It's nice. It's nice, but that should have been brighter. But, you know, it's added what it needed, I'm going to say. So I'm doing belly bands. But I say that, but they're quite wide, so they could also be pockets. Although that one would have to, if it's hanging over like that, it would have to be on the correct side, wouldn't it, to be a pocket. But it might just be that I put them on the edges of the pages and make them into pockets. It's for a Bluebell Woods journal, which I'm really excited about. I'm not excited about trying to sell it because it's huge, so I can't justify sort of selling it on the cheap, really, because it's just too big to do that. So I think the expensive ones are harder to sell, quite honestly. Right, this is nice, isn't it? I love this material. Let's see. This is the one that I have left though, and that does not look right on there, not at all. It's way too bland, isn't it? So what else have I got? I've only got bland ones, so let me hope to goodness that we can find something better, because we can't really keep leaving the live to go and find it. That might work. That's quite pretty. So I can't remember where I got these from, but this was like a snippet roll off of Etsy, and I can't remember who the seller was. But when it came, I was very, very happy with it. I thought the materials were really nice. I have lots of material, but sometimes you want that chintzy sort of vintagey look to really lift a project. So I only use them when I really want them. I'm going to say that's the one. Do you think that's the one, everybody? It's going to need something quite boom though on the actual thing. So let's get that on. It's miserable. Yeah. I was just saying that I've got adult children, but we've got two adopted sons, but one of them I've in the end, he's a teen, but we just had to homeschool him because it's just been horrendous. Not really a choice that I would make, honestly. But one day on the Friday, he goes out with my son-in-law to do sort of like his little delivery round, just gets him out of the house just for that day. And honestly, it's been hailing, it's been raining, and I was thinking, he is going to be very cold. Although they do sort of rush around quite a lot while they're doing it. And to be honest, he does enjoy it, so maybe that will make up for it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be out doing deliveries in this. And to be honest, he does enjoy it, so maybe that will make up for it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be out doing deliveries in this. What embellishment I want to have on it, because it may be that the double page I do with this on, it might have a completely different look. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't be like the others, it can be different. We see. Nope. I did have a little owl somewhere. I've got this little cute little owl. I think that looks nice on there, doesn't it? I mean, it's really a dangle. I could make it into a dangle. I could use a bit of wax thread, I guess, in my very untidy drawer. But at least it's a small drawer, so I can find things. Right. Let's not go too mad with the wax thread. I love wax thread. You can do so much with it. It's a bit clumpy, I know, but I really like it. Okay. So I'm not going to try and thread anything else on it, otherwise we could be here for a while, unless possibly the butterflies I could. I don't really know. Not quite sure how it's going to look threaded. That's why I'm hesitating here, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to drink that tea in a minute, if that's okay, because lives are quite exhausting sometimes because you forget that you need to drink. On, through you go. Okay. I mean, that's the whole problem, isn't it? It's not. No. As much as I want to make that work, I think what I'll do is I'll stick that one up there, maybe. And I could punch holes in that in the fabric, but what I'm just going to do, I'm literally going to just let it dangle, stick it down, I think. I've made myself a problem, haven't I? Because now I don't know what to do with it. Okay, look, we can make a hole in the top there. Let's do that. I'm making this too complicated now. Hi, hello Lisa, how are you? It's nice to see you here. I'm making belly bands at the moment, or pockets, whichever way you want to look at it. And I've made, I think, 4 already, so I'll show you in a minute. And I've come a little bit unstuck because I wanted to bling this one up a bit. So this is a bit duller than the other ones that I've made. And I've got myself in a bit of a pickle deciding how to do that. That's not straight, never mind. So I'm making a Bluebell Woods journal, so these will all go in there for my ephemera. Yeah. And I have done lives before, more on YouTube really, some on Instagram, but not hardly anything on TikTok, so I'm just getting to grips with it. So if it doesn't seem that professional, it's probably because it isn't, honestly. Right, okay, I don't like that. I don't like it, but it's not going anywhere now, I don't think. Hang on. Let's just cut those ties off and see what else we can put on here to make it look a bit nicer. That's a bit better actually, isn't it? Right, so we've got a little owl on there. Do you want to see the owl close up? Lol, I've gone on twice and I'm not at all professional. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You see so many people go on and they really know what they're doing. And they make it look so easy, but it's not really. You have to really be thinking about a lot of things, don't you? But I do think people like that live interaction when you're crafting. Right, so we've got the owl. Let me take a swig of the tea that was so lovingly prepared by my husband. He makes me laugh sometimes. He's got to be busy, my husband, okay? I don't have to be. I get pretty worn out. He doesn't. He couldn't get out in the garden because it was raining. Right, let me think about this. We could go for a big flower. Hang on. Let me just... Oh gosh, this has ended up being huge. See, that can't go on there now. I think we could actually have one of these. It is mellow, isn't it? But yes, let's do it. And I did say about putting that butterfly on, didn't I, that I've lost. So he couldn't get out in the garden because it's raining. And I've got trouble with my feet. I mean, I've got trouble with a lot of things. I'm falling apart. He had this picture on there. These horrendous looking slipper, rubbery slipper things that are supposed to be really good for your feet. I said, Tim, I'm not wearing them. They had no shape to the sole anyway, so I wasn't convinced that the claims were even remotely true. And I said, you've got too much time on your hands because you can't get out in the garden. He just laughed at me because he knew I was right. Okay, so this is a bit nothing down here, because if you look at the other ones I've made, they definitely pop, don't they? So because this collagey bit is a bit nothingy, let's get that there. And I feel like we need something quite good. If you want some freebies, okay, so I'm not trying to tie you into anything, promise. If you find me on Ko-fi, it's the same name. These labels, not all of these, because I didn't make all of these, but there's a set of labels on my Ko-fi that are free. Okay, so you can just go in there, you can download it for free and disappear again and never ever interact with me again if you don't want to. They genuinely are free. And if you're anything like me, I struggle to kind of find labels. It's not the easiest thing to find. I don't always find what I'm looking for. Right, let's get this flower on then. Come on, up you come. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. Oh, I'm glad you think it's pretty. I did put some thought into this before I started doing it, because I kind of had a feeling of what I wanted, and I knew that they could look really nice when they were done. If I didn't just be too random about it and I did think it through a little bit. This definitely still needs more though, this one. So I'm going to keep going until I'm happy with it. Vision, that says. It's got that little, it's got that up there, but it's a bit odd. If we put the butterfly with it, it might not be. So let's put that kind of there. Let's do that. And then maybe we need some more colour down the bottom, I think. Yes, always busy. We've been married a long time. I remember watching his mum when his mum was in her 60s, and she was more active than me, and I was in my 20s, and I thought, flip me. He's the same. He's like so fit and healthy. It's annoying. Very annoying. But, you know, we muddle through together. Okay, that's too much glue there. What's this? Something fluffy? I feel like I don't like that wax thread there. That's what's bothering me. But what can you do once you've done it? What about some old lace? Well, yes, that could go across the wax thread. Maybe not that one though. What else have I got? I just want to stick with what I've got on my desk, which has its limits, you know. We do have quite a lot of options though of lace. Let me just see what any of these might look like. No. White. The white does look quite pretty. I might go for the white. Let's do that. No. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's a massive mess on my desk now, which I need to clear up. So I'm probably, I mean, I've got a couple of small ones to do. My back's hurting though, so what I might do is have a little roam around my bedroom, just break for a minute and see if my back sorts itself out, and then I can do the small ones that I've got. If not, you know, I'll finish with this one, but I'll drink my tea and just see how I'm doing. This is going to need wax thread, not wax thread, Fabri-Tac to hold this down. There's no other way. Which is good because it'll hold that wax thread in place as well. There we go. Just let that dry. There we go. Right, let that dry. Have a little trot around the bedroom. A messy crafter. Yeah, but I've been married for, just trying to think. I'm stood up now, everybody, so just to give my back a rest. Hello, Serena. Hello, Cherie, or Sherry. I've made lots of belly bands. I'll show you in a minute. And, oh. Sorry, everybody. I don't know what happened there. But I had to take my phone off because it was kicking, well, not kicking me off, but something wasn't happening correctly there. So goodness knows how I'm going to get this on without giving you turbulence. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about this, everybody. It just told me there was an error and I needed to refresh. So I'm just getting the phone back in again. Alright, sorry about that. Right, okay, so we're going to be carrying on crafting in a minute. Just having a swig of tea and a stand up. And what we've got at the moment is we've got this belly band that's drying. So it could be a pocket, it could be a belly band on the edge of a page, or it could go in the middle of a page. Then I've done these as well. Okay, so it's 4 I've done. No, it isn't, it's 5. I've done 5. 5 on the live. So we've been quite busy, and it's all for my Bluebell Woods journal, which is too big to kind of lay out on here because it's like a big 5 signature journal and it's really wide. So that's what it's for. And then I've just got a couple of smaller ones that I can do. Where are they? I've got a couple of small, when I say belly bands, it would be going across the page, potentially as a pocket or something like that. So I've got those as well, so I might mount those onto fabric as well and just finish off by doing those. So hang around if you've not seen any of it. Just get a few of my bits and bobs out. But just have to stretch my legs and stretch my back sometimes. So this is the fabric I think I was thinking for both of them actually, or at least one of them. Just get all the bits out I had for those anyway. On there. There we go. I've just seen my mum message me, when can you chat? It's always when you can't, isn't it? Right. So we've done the bigger ones, now we're going to work on some smaller ones. So I'm going to get, so these are from collaged pieces of paper So if you haven't been on the live until now, these are the collages that I did using scraps and old stickers I didn't want and everything. And then I did actually make them into papers as well by scanning them, but at the moment I'm chopping one up and using it as actual ephemera for this next journal. So they've come in very handy, those masterboards. Let's get the right side, shall we? Okay, so that's very big. Let's chop that down. Drop it down. Okay. I love the sound of fabric cutting. And I love fabric in my junk journals. Even if I don't sew it, on this last one, I haven't actually sewn any fabric. I just love the feel of fabric in the journals. And I know that's personal taste, but I'm not sure if I can have that there or not. Let's get this on anyway, and then I can make a few decisions about what else we have on it. Fabri-Tac, definitely, when it comes to fabric, is the only way to be sure that it's going to stay on there, I think. Okay. Put that on. There we go. So at the moment, that doesn't look anything, does it? We really need to work on it. I felt sure about the other ones because the embellishments were able to be quite big in the centre, whereas this is going to be harder. So let's try for some old paper first. I think that could work well. Well, thank you for joining me anyway, whoever's on there. It's quite hard to see. I think we've got Great Treasure 13 and we've got Lisa. And it's okay, yeah, no worries. I'm really happy that you've joined me. Don't worry, you've been there a while. I probably, you know, won't be here when you come back. That's all right. I'll come on another time. Once I've got the hang of this live business, I'm sure I'll be addicted to it. That could look nice. Let's see. Well, that one. I think we need something a little bit brighter. To be honest, I quite like that one. And possibly a label, but not too big. Not as big as what I've already pulled out. So let me see what I've done on the labels. Things are getting a little bit chaotic now. And whereas I knew what I was doing before, where everything was, now I can't find a thing. Right, see if we can find a smaller label. Or a coloured one. Might look quite good. It's too bright. Definitely too bright. Something like that. I think the bird. You can't see there's a bird, I guess. I honestly don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I mean, maybe I'm low on battery. I don't think I am, but so anyway, I was going to show you the little bird on there. So if it cuts out again, then I might have to abandon everything, but we'll keep going until it does. So we're going to get that on, and we're going to add a little bit of bling. So I'll add that butterfly, but I'm going to add some beads as well, I think. So let me know in the comments if you like to have, I think I'm running out of battery. I think that's what it is. It's gone pretty dark on the screen, so I'm going to have to hurry up now. I've been on here, probably about an hour to be fair, I'd say. That's going to go on like that, and that is going to go like that. I hope you can see that okay. And then I'm going to add some beads. Let's get the butterfly though. I'm all over the place now because I can see that the phone's probably dying on me. Right, should I have the butterfly up there? Glitter glue will stick that just fine if I don't mess with it for a bit. There we go. Right, what have we got in the way of beads here? We've got lots of beads, but it's getting the right ones, isn't it? I feel like it needs something for the bead to go on. Perhaps like that, or like that. I feel like later in the afternoon is probably better for most people, those for the live, because I think if you're from the USA, then it's too early what the time that I'm going on, so I'll bear that in mind. But obviously the children are around later here in the UK, so I can't get the peace and quiet that I can sort of normally. Let's get a couple of pinky beads in here, I think. And then, based on what I can see with my phone, I think I won't be able to do another one because it's going to die. Actually one, maybe one, and then a small one. Could that go next to it like that? That's cute. I'll show you a bit closer. There you go. Whoops, sorry. Alright, so guys, sorry about the phone messing up in between and everything. Hope you'll forgive me, and I will see you on my next live. Thank you.